Hello, hello, everyone. Have you considered how you are going to manage creating gifts? Well, if so, let's talk about it. My name is Amy. If you're new around here, my name is Amy, and I am here to help you um, incorporate gifts into your client journey to enhance your client experience. So, over the last 8 weeks, we have taken a closer look at the steps given in the Client Gift Plan short series. So, if you want to go back and get all of those steps, then I have linked that playlist in the description of this video. Um, but just to recap, week one or step one, week one, we talked about where to start with your gift plan. Week two, we talked about the clients that you serve, knowing how many clients you're going to serve, how many clients you served the previous year, how many clients you're going to serve or you plan to serve in the next year, which would be this year. And then in week three, we assessed your packages and services to see where you would want to incorporate gifting. And we also in week four we talked about um, those the client journey within those packages and services that you wanted to include gifting for. Then we calculated the number of gifts. We've brainstormed. Week five, we calculated the number of gifts. Week six, we brainstormed the types of gifts that you wanted to give at the touch points. Week seven, we talked about what is required to implement gifting. And week eight, we talked about the budget. And so, if you want to go back and look at those videos, you can go back through uh, weeks 1 through 8. Maybe it'll make this one make sense if you haven't been following along. But if you have, thank you for following along and keeping up with the series. I hope that it has been helpful to you so far. But today we are going to talk about managing the client gifting that you have planned. Um, It didn't seem that long. Yes, it's been 8 weeks. Sorry, I'm looking at comments. So it didn't seem that long, but yes, it has. It has been 8 weeks. This is week 9. Um, and thank you for following. Thank you for following along. So, like I said, today we're talking about how you are going to manage the client gifting that you have planned over the last 8 weeks, right? Or if you watched the short series, it was over 8 days, or if you include this one, 9 days. But here's some things that I want you to consider. There are four basic components of managing the execution of your gifting process, and that is design, sourcing, assembly, and delivery. This is designing the gifts from, this is where you choose the items that will go in each gift and how it will be presented. That means everything. Like if you're going to do ribbon, if you're going to, if you're not going to do ribbon, it includes like all of the details um, about the gift, what to go in it, how it's presented, even down to how it is packaged, right? Um, then gift sourcing is where you actually purchase the items, everything that you need to create this gift that you want to present to your clients, right? Ideally, this is either you're purchasing the items either online or in the stores or markets, wherever you find items, because sometimes you can have very unique items. But online or in the stores or wherever you may want to shop for your items. But ideally, you would be purchasing items in bulk. You would purchase items in bulk so that, you don't want to have to run to the store or place an order online every time you need to create a gift. So ideally, you want to buy things in bulk for your to source the items. Then you will need to be sure that you have everything that you need when you need to create a gift. So you want to monitor the inventory. As you're creating gifts, you want to monitor the inventory so that you know when you need to replenish the items that you will need for future gifts. Gift assembly is you actually putting together the gift. And you have all the items, you have everything that you need to create it, even package it or whatever. This is where you put everything together so that it can be delivered to your client. Now, you would include all of those finishing touches that I mentioned up in the design part. You would include all of those finishing touches so that you can be sure that the gift is presented in the way that best represents your brand. So not only is the gift that you design just meant to bring surprise and delight to your client, it's also meant to represent your brand, right? So you want to be sure that it represents your brand in the best way possible. And then gift delivery. This is where you package up your gift in whatever shipping container if you're going to mail it. So you package your gift and you mail it or you hand deliver it to your client. And those are the 4 components. All right, no big deal, right? But here's the question that I would like to ask you. And it's the question you need to ask yourself. Who will do this? Who will do the gift design? Who will, think through designing the gift? Who will think through sourcing the items or keep up with sourcing the items? Who will assemble those gifts? Who will deliver the gifts? Now, if it's you, if you think that you will be the one to execute the client gifting in your business, then it's a short answer. It's a quick answer. You're going to do it, right? If it is, it's something that you can accomplish by yourself, or if it is not something you can accomplish by yourself, you have to see if you will need help doing it. You will have to assess whether or not you're going to need help to accomplish the gifting that you want to accomplish in your business in a way that best represents your brand. So if it's not something that you can accomplish on your own, then will you bring someone in to help you? Will they help you in-house, or will you outsource to another company, i.e., you can purchase gifts online from a gifting company, or you can have them do it all for yourself. Now, yes, I am an owner of a gifting company, but my purpose here is to get you to think through your planning to see whether or not that is something that you need. Now, if it's not something that you need and you can take it on yourself or you can bring someone in to help you, then, you can definitely set that option aside. It's not an option for you right now, but just letting you know that that is an option for you if this is something you can't do yourself. Now, only you can answer that question. Oh, thank you. I see here somebody said, not me, right? Not something that you can do on your own, not something that you can do yourself, or that you would want to do, right? If it's not something that you just love doing, you can outsource it. You can bring somebody in to do it in-house. You can choose other options. There are other options for you. But it is something that you need to think about while you're planning your client gifting, so that you know how you will want to move. So you know that what you will do in order to successfully execute the gifting in your business. I need someone to bring my ideas and thoughts to life. Exactly. Yes. And there are companies like mine that do exactly that. We can sit down with you and help you bring your ideas to life. So that is that's the question in this step, that would be those would be the questions that you would ask yourself. You need to consider the components of actually managing gifting within your business. Yes, it is, a lot of people feel like it's just, oh, I just, I got to get the items and I just throw it all in a box and ship it off. Well, you have to think about, if you're trying to increase or enhance your client experience, do you want something that's just thrown in a box and ship it off? So if you feel like you don't have the time to do it in a way that best represents your brand, now if throwing it in a box and shipping it off to the client best represents your brand, then that's what you do. But if it's not, and you need more time to present it the way you want it to be presented, then you have to consider the steps that it take, and how much time it would actually take for you to do it, and if you have that time to do it yourself. And that will lead you to uh, know whether or not, or to make a decision whether or not you need to bring someone in, or outsourcing, like, getting help from another client. Um, but this is actually the last step in the client gift planning process. Um, but it's the step that gets repeated the most often with every client. It's the last step in the process, but it is also the step that gets repeated the most often with every client. You're going to repeat this process over and over again with every client. So once you have a solid plan in place, it is easier to make decisions about client gifting in your business. So with a plan, you have something to guide you, to measure against. Um, and it's all, with a plan, you can see what actually works out, or if you need to make changes to your plan, either right away, or if you can see what's working and what's not, and know whether or not you need to make changes to your plan, and how soon you need to make those changes. So just checking here to see if there are any other comments. But now that you have this plan in place, you've gotten to the last step, you're going to consider all four of these components. You're going to make a decision as to whether you need someone to come in and help you or not, or whether you're going to outsource it. Then you can have all the fun designing and creating the gifts that your clients will rave about. And that's what this whole series was about, to help you put a plan in place to create gifts that will bring surprise and delight to your clients, right? To enhance their experience with you. So that is all that I have for you today. Let me know if you have any questions. Um, Let me know. You can let me know if you're on live. If you have any other questions, you can put them in the chat. But if you're watching a replay, thank you, first of all, for watching, for tuning in. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, and I'll respond there. Or I think I have done, I've created a video about it. I may create a video about it. You never know. But ask your questions in the comments, or if you're on live now, in the chat, and I will answer them there. But be sure to like, subscribe, hit post notifications so that you will always be notified when I go live, when I upload videos, when I post shorts, and create posts. So be sure to subscribe and hit post notifications so that you'll know when things are uploaded to the channel. But that is, like I said, that is all that I have for you today. And I don't see any other comments coming through in the chat. So I'm going to let you all go for the evening. Happy Friday. So until next time, Happy gifting and many blessings.